May 20th, 1967. Just after 2:30 in the morning, police in East Point, Georgia, opened the trunk of a blue Chevrolet Impala parked beside a coin laundromat. Diane Shields is inside, strangled, gagged with a scarf and a wad of paper. Her engagement ring is still on her finger. Nothing has been taken. She was due to be married in 3 weeks. I already have a file on this desk. But to understand why, we have to go back 18 months to another woman who once sat in the same chair. This is the 5th file in the archive, the second one that starts at the same office. Diane Shields comes to Atlanta from Gunnersville, Alabama. She is 22, well-liked, and recently engaged to a man named Tommy Antle. The wedding is set for June 10th, 1967. She works in the personnel office at Citizens and Southern Bank. Here's the detail the file cannot get past. Diane's desk once belonged to Mary Shotwell Little, the 25-year-old secretary who vanished from a shopping center parking lot in October 1965 and was never found. Diane did not simply replace Mary's title. She sat where Mary sat. She moved in with women who had once roomed with Mary. Coworkers later say Diane talked about Mary's case constantly, enough that some of them assume she was doing her own quiet digging into it. One account goes further. A gas station attendant recalls Diane telling him she was, in her words, tied up somehow in the Mary Little case, and that police had told her not to give out her address or her phone number. No investigator ever confirmed what she meant by that. Maybe nothing. Maybe she just couldn't stop thinking about the woman whose desk she now occupied. Friday, May 19th, 1967 begins like any other workday. At 5:03 in the afternoon, Diane leaves the bank. She has plans that evening with Tommy. She never arrives. Her family and her fiancé lose contact with her that same night. By the next morning, Diane Shields has not been seen for hours no one can account for. Just after 2:30 a.m. on May 20th, East Point police are called to a coin laundromat. Diane's own car, a blue Chevrolet Impala, sits in the lot. Inside the trunk, they find her. One retrospective account states that Diane's own license plate had been reported stolen days before she disappeared. If that detail holds up, it places a second altered license plate at the edge of a second Atlanta disappearance in under 2 years. The file does not confirm it independently. It only refuses to let the coincidence go. Word reaches Atlanta police the next day. According to later newspaper accounts, the department's own superintendent of detectives hears the details and says it sounds like the Mary Shotwell Little case all over again. Most of the detectives who actually worked Diane's murder disagree. They see 2 different crimes, but one East Point detective, Melvin Banks, never lets go of a different theory. He believes something inside the bank's own internal affairs, a personnel matter never made fully public, reaches out and touches Diane's case too. He offers no names. The file offers no names either. What exactly that internal matter involved is never placed on the record in a way this archive can verify, and speculation is not evidence. Investigators look at Diane's own life, her engagement, her friendships, the women she now lived with, Mary's old roommates. They find a woman who is well-liked, about to be married, with no known enemies and no clear motive against her. They do not find a suspect who fits the case cleanly. Reporters cannot resist the parallel, and neither, honestly, can I. Same building, same desk, same silence. But parallels are not proof. Two women can share a chair and still die of two unrelated causes. The investigation stalls. No arrest is ever made. Decades pass. Detectives retire. Some die still turning the file over in their heads. Journalists and independent investigators return to both cases periodically, most recently in a multi-part investigative series built from the original Atlanta and East Point police files. New interviews surface. No new arrest follows them. Diane Shields' murder remains open. So does Mary Shotwell Little's disappearance. Whatever connects that desk to both women, if anything does, it has kept its silence for more than half a century. So what does this file leave us? Three possibilities, and I want to be honest about how uneven they are. Coincidence. Two young women work the same job in the same decade in the same city, and a violent era simply found both of them separately. Statistically, this happens. It requires no hidden hand at all, a shared cause. Something Diane learned, said, or stumbled into, connected to Mary's case or to the bank itself, made her a target. This theory explains her fixation on Mary's file. It explains nothing about who would have wanted her silenced or why no evidence of that ever surfaced. Unconnected personal violence. Someone in Diane's own life, never identified, never charged, killed her for reasons that had nothing to do with Mary Little at all. This is the theory investigators actually spent the most time chasing. It also produced no arrest. Here is what unsettles me most about this file, sitting where I sit. I don't know if I'm looking at one mystery or two. Neither did the detectives who worked it in 1967. Neither do the ones who've looked again since. A desk does not do anything. A desk cannot reach across 18 months and choose its next occupant. But this one has a body count of at least one and a disappearance of at least one more. And nobody has ever explained why. Diane Shields wore her ring to the end. She kept the wedding date on her calendar until the week she died. The file does not say whether she ever learned what happened to the woman whose chair she inherited. The file is still open. So is the desk drawer, in a manner of speaking. Next in the case files, Springfield, Missouri, 1992. 3 women vanish from one house in a single night. The lights are left on. The dog is left inside. All 3 are still missing. If you think the forgotten cases deserve to be remembered, subscribe. The archive stays open late.